Hey everyone, welcome to room 320, Writing for All Experience. This time I've been thinking of what to do for you guys to try and help you out with your writing progression and some of the most important topics and ones that I've covered in the past or that I've already covered is what kind of writer you are, our perspective writing, and also the ins and outs of brainstorming. And so other than the actual getting into that nitty gritty of the actual writing process. I wanted to go over or genre writing, finding out what kind of genre writer you are, because this is really important. And I mean, of course, as you're writing the book, it's going to eventually it could change. More genres could be added, but to figure out what kind of characters you're going to have what kind of things are you're going to cover, whether it's going to be real or not. You need to figure out a starting genre you want everything to be based around. I mean, granted, it can and possibly will change as you're writing, but you never know. So let's get into it. Everybody knows the basic types of writing: fiction, science fiction, nonfiction, mystery, fantasy, and the list goes on. There's thriller, there's horror, there's comic books, literary fiction. Heck, one of the things that I found that is just looking at the wiki for the written kind of fiction, it's not only just a small thing for your under fictions or non-fictions, and there's even a whole lot more. This thing is maybe 6, 7, maybe 8 pages long of just on the different types of writing. So what kind of writing do I do? Well, let's the books that I have is I have one children's book. I have The Tale of New Brunswick, which is a fantasy romance action, and it originally started as a fantasy slash action, and I had no clue there was going to be any aspect of romance in it. But lo and behold, as a discovery writer, when talking to my character, he said that he had a love interest when he was younger, and so it ended up turning that way. Then there's The Masquerade Man, which I knew there was going to be romance in it. I knew it was more going to be the general thing was going. It was going to be somewhat of a mystery. Yeah, and then this new book that I wrote that I'm working on getting published called The Hydrangea Effect. I won't go too much into it, but it started out as a fantasy, and I knew there was going to be romance, so a fantasy romance. But then any other genres or anything to go into it, I had no clue until I got almost all the way through the book or well into it of what kind of writing there was. So you might be asking me or asking yourself, how do I figure out what kind of genre writer I am? The biggest thing that I can say to help you right now is it's a discovery process. Just like with any kind of writing, and you've got to discover who, or not discover, but you've got to pick out at least one base genre to write in, and then go from there. So here's the task for you. Think of try to write maybe under 7, 6, 7, maybe even just 5. I've genre types that you want to try writing in, and write a short story in them. And you'll find out that as you're writing it, the ones that you're more keen to, or you may think you like writing one sort of style, but as you're writing, the one that is you're better at will flow a lot more pristine. It'll start to piece itself together or on paper. I'm not saying that you have to stick to that kind of writing, but that's the kind of writing that you'll really progress in. I mean, you can try and work with the other kind as well, but it's best maybe for your first couple of books for several stories that you want to throw into a book is stick with that kind of genre, and then you'll what's the word I'm looking for? You'll progress leaps and bounds, and then you can then as you're like more set in stone and the kind of writer you are the better uh, the the better off you'll be for preparing to expand your outreach into the kind of like to write other genres to expand your literary focus. So I'm not sure how to do it, but I wanted to get this out there and challenge you to do this to find out what kind of genre best suits you. Maybe it's 2 or 3, maybe it's 4, maybe it's several one. Maybe you're just good at all of them. Heck, I don't know. You are you. But just keep going and like I'm not giving these challenges or suggestions and as things that you have to do, but I do suggest that you do them so that way you can see for yourself the steps. And these are steps that I've taken myself to do. So just go ahead and try them. And remember, as I've said in each one of my videos before, is don't give up. Don't quit writing. It's going to get hard at times, especially if you're going to try a new genre, uh, or like to mix and match genres and whatnot. And like say the book's not coming to you, it's going to come to times where, or you think of like giving up or quitting. Go ahead and take a short break. Go on to a different project, but don't quit. That's the biggest mistake I've seen a lot of writers do. Is quit when and they get discouraged. Just don't quit. It's you'll be surprised by what you can accomplish as long as you keep on going. Well, this is all for now. So I did figure out how to do the things. So the new video is going to be right over here. And then the previous video is going to be down below. And if you want to see more, my schedule has kind of changed around, so I'm going to try and at least get 2 videos out a month. I'm really going to try for that. But if you want notifications and stuff for when I do get a new video, the subscribe button is right down below, and go ahead and give it a like and turn on the notification and as well. But like I said, you don't have to. It's like I'm just here to try and help you out with any writing that you want to do. But that's it for now. See ya.